Now, as you can literally see, some people call me Mary Poppins because also with kinesthetic training aids, right, you never know what you're going to need. So this is literally, I have actually brought my garage into my office today for this fantastic game-changing podcast. So even something as simple as, Kalindi, what do you call these?
Z-balls. What do you
Z-balls.
We're going to play a game. What's the name? What does Emma call them?
I call them crazy balls because when they bounce, of course, they go into. Sorry, go ahead.
Our new product, so you'll be hearing from me in the future.
Yeah. But something as simple as the Z-balls. Instead of just throwing them at the child, okay, what I love to do with these is, for example, when the ball reaches its highest point, you have the kids clap. And then just before the ball hits the ground, if that's the ground, you have them split step. And then they've got to try and catch it. So again, just a little coaching tip there. So as I throw it up, when it's its highest point, I clap. Just before it drops, I split step. And then I've got to try and move. And then as soon as they catch that one, as they're throwing it back to you, you're already throwing the next one. So think outside the square with all of these tools. This isn't just a ball that bounces in different directions. How can you have the child say something out loud? Okay, so it might be, they might just, when it's at the top, they could say split, and then when they land, they could say step. Because I'm passionate about encouraging children to make decisions, have them verbally say something out loud. It shows whether they're engaged in your activity, and of course, then always gamify it, which just means make the motivation environment learning fun and cool. One of my all-time favorites, use this all the time for serving warm-ups. Absolutely love it. Have broken a few in my time, because what I love most about the, Kalindi, the name?
The serving sock.
Yeah, I call it the serving sock, just checking. Yeah, okay, so one thing I love about it, and one thing that I do, and obviously I'm not going to do it in my home office because, yeah, that could be a problem, but I actually get the players, so I'll try and demonstrate it a little bit, but I get the players to actually throw this up and let go of it. Okay, so just replace it if it breaks, right? But that's cool.
That's really neat.
They're pretty versatile. Trust me, I do this a lot. But what you really want is you want the children like throwing it, but as high as possible, and you want it to go end over end. All right. So if it goes down, or if it's, I've actually seen some people throw it behind them, right? Because on the energy on the serve, what do we want? We want the energy to be up above our heads. So to be able to throw the serving sock, it's not how far they can throw it forwards. It's actually, you almost want it to land about 2 meters in front of the player. So I love the serving sock. Absolutely brilliant. This one, of course, I use this. This is going to be a comedy of errors. As I said, this is the garage makeshift.
Makeshift. I mean, as anyone that's seen previous episodes of Game Changers know, it's always it's like a comedy. It's a little bit like, and in this case, it's like we have an Emma Doyle, Ted Lasso guest. So I love the Mary Poppins too. I think you definitely have Mary Poppins in you. So
that's pretty cool. Like when you're trying to describe someone, you're like, Emma's like Ted Lasso and Mary Poppins mixed together.
Yeah.
That's a great.
I can see the promotion for this game-changing episode. All right, so no doubt this is one of my all-time favorite tools.
The Magnet Master.
The Magnet Master, for obvious reasons. I call it the slice backhand fixer. All right, so in other words, it's obviously I just put it in between the elbow and the wrist. And I definitely had a player, his name was Michael, and every time, for whatever reason, with his slice, he would slice and both his arms would come forward, and he would open his chest up very early. Now, as we know, technically on the slice, it's one of the only strokes that really hasn't changed that much, since the 60s, 70s, for example. So being able to encourage players to actually, as just before contact, we push the arms back and we split the magnet is a fantastic way. And you just bring them close together and it just reattaches, which I love. So I'm going to hold the grip up here just for a better demonstration. But obviously we want the hand to be at the bottom of the grip. You can just see here, push. They can push the arms out. I can stay side on, and it really knifes the slice. Another great one also you can use on the, especially on the backhand volley. So again, I'm here, and then as I punch the volley on a medium height volley, I'm going to hit and step at the same time. And of course, I'm going to, let me just put it there. So I put it on the top one, right? Because obviously the hands are closer together on the volley. And then I just push the arm back. If it's a low volley, I would push the arm high. And if it's a high volley, okay, up here, then I'm pushing the opposite arm low. So just a quick little tip there if you're working on your volleys. But I love this tool, one of my favorites. And of course, just on that note, we know that one of the biggest problems around the volley is the backswing and just keeping the elbows forward. So this one, we just put over my shoulders like so. Boom, boom, boom. And then the other shoulder like so. And then you can see I can just use the Velcro. Now, what's this one called, Clindy?
This is the backswing solution, and this was developed by, Tomas from awesome Hungarian coach. Yep, he developed this one, and then we partnered with him to bring it to the market.
Yeah, great. So as you can see now on the forehand volley, as I turn, okay, I can't really go back. I'm going to hit this. This is also great. I've used this a lot with pickleball players as well. So this is fabulous so as I turn and come forward on my volley, see how I'm keeping my elbows forward. They're not pushing back. So I really like this one.
Yeah. No, and it's great you mentioned pickleball, Emma, because actually all of the products that you've shared so far work equally well for pickleball players. Like there's so much crossover, a similar aspects with the grip, and it's just lots of versatility.
Yeah.